Oh, we're here. Chicaramas and peaks. A bit tired and sore after today's trip, but we're finally here and we have all our luggage and all the customs and stuff is cleared. So it's nice. It's hot, but it feels great.
Here she is. First time seeing the boat in 5 months, but they didn't manage to put a ladder here, even though we asked them specifically. So we have no way to getting up in the boat, but hopefully that can be solved during the day, maybe. But yeah, the tarp is completely broken. Probably the UV rays that has broken it. But yeah, it would be good to get up in the boat and see the damages.
Oh, I feel a bit sad about the tarp. We bought it, there was just UV protection at least a year or 2 years or something, a guarantee. And we have a lot of varnished wood and stuff in the cockpit that is not so good with the high UV. So I'm a bit curious to see how it looks actually, but a bit sad also. So yeah, we can we don't know. We will see when we get up. Oh shit. So this is what the UV guarantee tarp looks like. Nah, 1-2 year UV guarantee. I think it was 1 year. 5 months. Yeah. So this is the holes. Hopefully it looks okay inside. I just have to, yeah, tie myself in. So soon we can see how it looks inside. Moment of truth. Truth. Moment of truth. Ah, den var olöst.
Den var det?
Ja. Yeah. She looks good. Come on, get in. Torka av dina pukes.
Oj, Det är vatten, nej.
Vad?
Här är vatten.
Var?
På trappan. Fullt tak i den där.
Är den förstörd? Ja.
Lite.
Ja, crap.
Men hon luktar bra.
Kan du torka?
She smells good. Nothing strange. And so far it looks good. Except for
The stairs.
here. There have been some water running in through the hatch. On the top stair there. Yeah. Checking in here. And it looks good. Don't think the water has gotten in here. It's dry under the engine, so I think it cannot have been very wet here for too long on the stairs. But we obviously have things everywhere, but this could definitely have been a lot worse. We had these buckets with the chlorine and vinegar. If you have something like this in the boat, it will evaporate and kill bad smell and yeah, potential mold building up from there. And I don't know, but there are everyone except these are completely dry. So I guess they have worked since we don't have any smell here. But yeah, maybe it would have worked otherwise as well. You never know. It really is a crazy amount of things that we have just put here to have everything ventilate. And when we left Sweden it was 4 degrees Celsius, and I think we have like 30 more here. So we are so not adjusted to this climate. But we're doing our best, taking breaks, drinking a lot of water, and yeah, hopefully we can get somewhere so that we can sleep here tonight. But yeah, it should be fine. So we're trying to organize a bit on board, and now I have organized enough to open where we have all the dried and vacuum bagged food. Also a bit interesting, since everybody said you cannot store food on board in this climate for so long. So we have stored everything here in this locker. Everything is vacuumed, and then we have taped everything. This is like a sealed compartment. So yeah, if there will be any bugs and stuff, they like cannot come out. So but everything looks really good actually. Nothing looks bad or with a lot of ants and bugs and stuff. It looks great. So one more thing, you can store food if you think twice, and you can store a boat without the dehumidifier or AC if you think twice. I think it's a success. Today is day 3 of trying to get everything back in its original place, and it looks like I have accomplished absolutely nothing in here. But in fact I have managed to put up all our clothes, and we have unpacked the luggage that we had from Sweden. So today's goal is all these small items that I don't really know where to put, and then check on the food and try to organize that a bit. So yeah, I'm not sure. It's 7 in the morning and it's 27 degrees in the boat, so this is the perfect time to do things in here. We'll see, about lunchtime it will be so hot that I can't touch things in here. They just get sweaty and gross.
We're slowly getting the rudder ready for takeoff. No, insert to the hull, or what to say. I'm cleaning the rollers for the bottom bearing, and I have cleaned the fitting in the hull today also, so soon we can mount all these 1 million rollers. No, I think it's like 50, 60, 70 rollers or something into the hull, and then we can start to prepare the rudder for mounting again. We should also fix the upper rudder bearing. Yeah, the sun and the heat, sorry. A bit confused. But we have to mount the upper rudder bearing as well, and then we can mount the rudder again.
We actually saved all the food when we left for Sweden, all the food that we had left, and especially everything that was not open. We vacuumed, sealed everything, and everything actually looks really good. There are some spices that are very moist and mostly like a big lump. But other than that, I haven't found anything that didn't survive. So I'm really getting close to fitting everything back into the boat. And then I still have a lot of those small items. It seems like they never end, actually. It's actually crazy how much you forget. I thought it would be very easy to put everything back just as it was, but I can't remember what we actually had in all of these boxes. So yeah, they will stay empty for now. At least they have a spot in the storage.
Trinidad boat work. I'm fixing with the upper rudder bearing, so I have cleaned the bearing and the place where I should mount it in the boat from old Sikaflex, but we cannot find the screws for it. We have looked through the entire boat, we looked at one marine store if we can buy some new, but they're like inches, so they're not metrical here in Trinidad, so they don't fit exactly. So we're going to go to another boat store. Hopefully they have some screws that can fit. I think it's important that it's a tight fit, since it's a rudder bearing and that controls the whole rudder, so it can be a lot of forces, so it's a really tight fit. So I don't want some jiggly screws or something like that. It must be tight. The looking for the screws and hopefully finding some new screws continues. Wish us luck.
This is the last place that I'm going to look, and then we give up. Then the screws are probably in one of those We put it in a good place so it's easy to find. Yeah, not so good and not so easy.
Hot here in Trinidad. Oh, so just looking around everywhere in the boat, it's a mess. We're walking around with a towel just to wipe all the sweat off. I think it's, I don't know, how warm is it outside?
36.5.
36.5 Celsius degrees in the boat, and the humidity is really high. So it's crazy to work in this climate. Yeah. Anyways, we have to get Linnea ready so we can cruise up north to Caribbean again, where the temperature is a bit lower. But the climate here in Trinidad is crazy, so put that in mind if you haul out here.
Yes. Super hot. The other days there have been some clouds in the afternoon and some rain, but today it's just a clear blue sky and blazing sun. So I think this is going to be the worst day
and
yet.
No breeze at all.
And no breeze at all. I hate giving up, but we really need to get going. So we are on our way to the hardware store, and fingers crossed they have some new screws for us.
I find the correct ones with the Allen key head. Happy me!
We found a little bit of everything, so this mission was really successful, and now it's back to the boat.
And this is the balloon to make it easier to put all the rollers in so they don't fall out. So you put this balloon in, and then you can put all the small rollers in and they won't fall out. $100 to go. The balloon was unfortunately a bit small, so now we make a second try with a slightly bigger one. Like that, maybe? Try. It's really tricky. The balloon like slides out since it's so slippery inside the bearing. So you have to hold it. Oh, yeah, it's a bit tricky. we made it, and it was the correct number rollers. There's no gap or nothing, and it rolls very smooth and nice. Oh, I'm so tired in my arms. Holding over your head is quite tough. But it looks great. Nice, high five. I'm putting all the stuff back for tonight, and as you maybe remember, we were looking for the screws for the top bearing, for the rudder bearing, top bearing, and we looked through everything in the boat, and then just took this small IKEA bag. And I just put it down in the locker, and then I thought, wow, why is there a small jar of screws here? Ah, the screws for the top bearing. Ah, God, it's always like that. Probably it was a good place when we put them there. No, maybe not that good place. Ah, no. If you've been following us for a while, you may remember at the first week of our crossing over the Atlantic, we had some problems with our rudder bearing. There was a lot of strange sounds and squeaking and grinding sounds from the bearing, and there was some play also and movements in the rudder axle. Yeah. It turned out that it was this sleeve, this silver stainless steel stuff thing that was moving. So we have now been in contact with Jefa that have been manufacturing this rudder and this bearing, how to attach this sleeve again, and also the bearings and rollers have been in for service at Jefa in Denmark. So hopefully we will get no sound and a very smooth rudder movements the upcoming season. If you do this by yourself, take a note that we have copper coat on the rudder and the hull, and you shouldn't have copper close to the bearings since they are in aluminium. This part is in stainless, but in the boat, in the shaft, where the shaft is going up in the hull, it's aluminium parts. So you cannot use copper coat all the way up to the bearing. So that's why we have a non-copper anti-folding paint here, the same that you use on sail drives and aluminium props and that stuff. So this paint makes a non-conductive, non-corrosive barrier between the copper coat or what type of anti-folding you use. So the parts here inside that are in aluminium won't corrode.
So with all parts serviced, it's time to mount the rudder again.
Another sweaty day in Linnea here on the hard. Today we mounted a quadrant for the rudder, and we're one step closer to a working rudder. Now I can steer manually. Next step is to wire and mount autopilot again, and at the same time mount a charger and some other stuff in the back for Remeron, or Elmer as we call him.
Thank you so much for joining our sailing adventure. Please subscribe to our channel and check out the links below on how you can join the crew and support the future production of these videos. Until next time, fair winds everyone, and see you soon.